Touchdown late. Colin Stein with an 80-yard touchdown run.
Welcome in, everybody, to the High School Sports Zone. We appreciate you joining us once again. We're going to take a look back at an exciting week 2 of the high school football season, and we're going to look forward to what's in store for week 3. Joining me, as always, is Calvin Lewis. Let's start the night off with our 3 and Out.
We had our game of the week in Westwood, who hosted Iron Mountain, beat them 34-7. In this one, did Westwood prove that they're the best team in the UP?
You know, thinking about it, we've had them twice on our game of the week. They've won both games. The 2 opponents they faced, they haven't been terrible opponents, but there's still that team down the road, the Ishpeming Hematites. Now this one, it's a coin flip for me, but I'm going to have to go with Westwood. I think Westwood, just with the strength of schedule so far, you know, Ishpeming, they played a Manistee team that wasn't able to even field the team in week 2. They then beat Lake Linden Hubble. You know, started off a little shaky in that one, but was able to gain their footing there. But I just like the grouping of Nathan Beckman, Ashton Bergman, Taylor Delangelo. I think these 2 teams in Westwood and Ishpeming, they really mirror each other. They both like to score the ball the same way. They like to run the ball heavy, and they play really solid defense. But I think when it comes down to it, Westwood is the better passing team when they have to pass the ball. So that's the little separation I see. And then, of course, you got the strength of schedule there. So I think Westwood right now, 2 weeks into the season, is the best team, but it's really, really close with Ishpeming.
We had quite a few 8-man teams that are slowly starting to break through out of the league, but who do you think is going to kind of propel themselves above and beyond?
Well, right now there's 2 teams that are 2-0 that I think are really, really good, that upper level of the 8-man league. I think that's Stevenson and Cedarville. I think these 2 teams, talent-wise, are just a little bit above the rest. But then you talk right down the next level, there's a lot of teams that are 1-1. We saw Rapid River and North Central face off. Ontonoggin's another team that's 1-1. So it's a really big grouping in the middle there of that 8-man league. I'm going to have to go with North Central. I mean, why not? This team beat Rapid River. You know, they showed they can run the ball. They showed they can pass the ball. I like Noah Gordzinski there. Ike Meyer is another guy that is a playmaker for that team. Now, some are going to argue, you know, Rapid River, they only lost by 6 points after turning the ball over 5 times. But you got to give it to that North Central defense for, you know, causing those turnovers and making it chaotic for that Rapid River team. I just think once this North Central team finds an image under their new head coach there in Powers, I think they're going to get things rolling. I think we're just seeing the beginning of what this North Central offense can really do. So I'm going to have to say North Central in this one.
Any bold predictions for week 3?
Now, call me crazy, because this is kind of out there, and this is a very bold prediction, but the Negaunee Miners, they welcome in the Hancock Bulldogs, who are 2-0. Jason Waterman, it's up in the air whether he's going to play. He suffered a leg injury against Calumet. Jake Larson filled in after Waterman went down. The score was 8-8. Calumet ended up winning that game 30-8, so Negaunee didn't even make it back into the end zone. With all that being said, I think Jake Larson leads the Negaunee Miners at home over the Hancock Bulldogs, handing Hancock their first loss of the season. And I think it's going to definitely be an upset there in Negaunee this Friday.
Later in the show, we'll reveal our newest rankings of the season. But first, we'll head to Ishpeming to catch up with the red-hot Hematites as they look to improve to a 3-0 on the season. Stay tuned.